Welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here are our best bets for NFL week number 17. We appreciate each and every single one of you tuning back into the best sports betting show here on YouTube. Like the video, subscribe to the page. Luke, only 2 more Sundays. Got to smoke it to the filter.
Yeah, it's really wild. Like you tell yourself football's gonna end, but while you're preparing for it to end, it's also ramping up to the highest level. So it's a really interesting phenomenon where
it's bittersweet.
You're trying to embrace it all, but you also know the end is near. But there's only one thing we can do, and it's go brick by brick and try to just push it to the limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And by the end being near, that also has to mean that the best games are yet to come. And these are going to be, the best moments. And then we're climbing up to the very tippy top of the mountain, and then we're just going to jump off.
Tippy top.
Tippy top. All right. Well, we got 5 game picks as we've done week in and week out. We have our tradition like none other, 6-leg parlay. Then we have our $500 touchdown score. I feel very good about every inch of each and every single one of these plays ahead. So let's dive face first into game pick number 1. Luke, it's not about what's in the rearview mirror. It's about what's up ahead in the headlights. And let me tell you, 3-0 on Christmas. Now we rotate into NFL Sunday. Cardinals, Bengals. Let's go 5-0 in game picks here. Merry Christmas.
So let me just say, for me personally, this is the biggest game of the year. I have a fantasy football final. I have Trey McBride, I have Michael Wilson, and I have Jamar Chase. Yep. And I know the point total is 53.5, so I'm very much looking forward to fireworks. I heard Trey McBride before the game said he wants to make up for last week. I heard Jamar Chase say, I haven't scored in 6 weeks. I need a touchdown, and I'm loving what the boys are talking about.
Yeah, I love a 2-leg same-game parlay, anytime touchdown, Trey McBride, Jamar Chase. Call it the Loop Championship Fantasy Football Parlay. Yeah. Look, we know that statistically the Cincinnati Bengals defense is one of the worst in NFL history against opposing tight ends. And now they have yet to go against Trey McBride. What a time to be alive for a fantasy football championship with Mr. Trey McBride. On the other side of the football, you have a Cincinnati Bengals team coming off a nice little beatdown against the Miami Dolphins, but, hang the banner against Quinn Ewers. Now they come home, and I don't understand the 7.5-point line. I know Jacoby Brissett has not and does not like to win ball games. However, this Cardinals team, as we know, loves to put up a good fight. And 7.5 points seems insane against a defense like the Cincinnati Bengals, who stink.
Yep. And it's been just up and down, up and down. Like they get shut out by the Ravens. They blew out the Dolphins. Before that, they could have beat the Bills where their season ended. They do beat the Ravens. I just don't think this team is in a shape or form to lay 7.5 to anyone, especially in a meaningless game, especially even if they get a lead. There's nobody better in the league when they're down 20 than Jacoby Brissett. He just goes up there and dink and dunks. You never say die. He'll end up throwing for 303.
And maybe this is the biggest trap of all time. It just simply does not make sense. No. They should be screaming it from the rooftops. Cardinals plus 7.5. This is a team who is definitely hungry for a win. This is a trash game. This is a defense in the Cincinnati Bengals who does not like to have stops. And the Bengals getting a touchdown and a half in this game. Maybe Vegas knows something. Maybe the people above us just, who get, above our pay grade just know something about this game that we don't. But it just does not make sense why the Cincinnati Bengals would be minus 7.5 to anyone in the National Football League, let alone a Cardinals team with a very, very frisky offense. Give us the Cardinals plus 7.5.
Yeah, also the Cardinals have been terrible, but look at all their games. They go to Indianapolis, lose, Packers lose. Then they beat the Cowboys. Then it's Seahawks, Niners, Jags, Bucks, Rams, Texans, and then the Falcons. They played those are 8 of the 9, 8 of the 10 best teams in the league.
Yeah, it's been a gauntlet for the Cardinals. They're still a well-coached team. This was a team before the season that a lot of people had a lot of hope in. However, they just got placed in the hardest division in all of football with the Niners, Rams, and Seahawks this season. But now they can maybe see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. If it's not been a bad season, I think, in my opinion, for the Cardinals. I know the wins haven't come down the chimney, but like you said, tough schedule. Kyler Murray needs to bounce. It's a dumpster fire. However, Cardinals plus 7.5 in this one feels like I said, one of my favorite plays of the day. Of the
Feels
weekend.
like no matter what, you'll have some backdoor Brissett action with the seat at the table. All right, game number 2, probably the sleaziest game on the board. Rodgers going into Cleveland. We're getting towards January. Cleveland, fluky place to play. 3-point spread against the Browns team. It's not good.
Look, the Steelers have been the gift that just keeps on giving the last few weeks. They got the job done for us against the Dolphins, and then they go to Detroit and get the outright win against the Lions. And now they have the sleaziest, sketchiest little spread against a Browns team where I feel like in this matchup, it does not matter what 11 guys are on the offense, what 11 guys are on the defense for either side of the football. This game is going to be a barn burner, low scoring, absolute dogfight. And you put it at this time of year, you're going to put this game on December 28th in Cleveland. This is why this spread is as sleazy as it is. I mean, the Steelers are at the very top of the mountain. The Browns are at the bottom. And yet we have a field goal spread in the AFC North rivalry matchup. I mean, you got to close your eyes and you got to take the dogs. You got to take the Browns plus 3.
Yeah, and the other interesting thing here is if you're watching this on Saturday, which some of you are, if Green Bay beats Baltimore tonight, which I think they will, then I think by kickoff, the Steelers have already clinched the division.
There you go.
So, and wouldn't it be cinema? Myles Garrett, he either gets to break the sack record against Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they clinch the division, they bench Aaron Rodgers, and he breaks the sack record against Mason Rudolph.
Maybe it'll be like that old clip of Brett Favre when that guy goes up to him very angry that he took a dive.
Yeah, but Mason Rudolph, dude, is the one, the helmet swinging incident with Myles Garrett. Imagine if he now breaks the sack record against him.
That would also be special. But imagine if Rodgers then took a dive and then years down the line.
Strahan.
Yeah. Yeah. But neither here or there. Give us the Browns plus the 3. Absolutely love this spot. The public is all over this Steelers team, all in bed with the Steelers team, because why wouldn't you be? The Browns have done nothing but disappoint. And you got Shedeur Sanders on one side of the football, the bottom of the division going against the top of the division. It's a 3-point spread. The Steelers are red hot. Why wouldn't you take the Steelers? Give us the Browns plus 3.
All right, game number 3. Another good game, another sleazy game. Seahawks going into Carolina. Carolina getting 7.
All their wins this year. All of Carolina's wins this year have been as underdogs.
So weird. That's a really, really crazy, strange stat.
8-0. 8-0 straight up as underdogs.
Yeah, and their home losses to the Saints, the Bills, they got blown out. Beat the Cowboys, beat the Dolphins, beat the Falcons, beat the Rams, beat the Bucks. They've been very good in Carolina.
And the Seahawks are coming off the win of the year in the game of the year.
Yeah.
In an overtime game where they get 2-point conversions and drive off into the sunset against their in-division rival for the top of the NFC. While on the other side, you had to take control of the NFC South, Carolina Panthers against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now they get to stay home back-to-back weeks. Now the Seattle Seahawks have to fly all the way across the country. We know in this southern region where the Seahawks have flown to play these teams in the South, whether that be the Falcons, the Jags, the Panthers, the Bucks, the Seahawks have gotten the job done every single time this season when they've flown across the country to play one of these teams down south. But I think in this one, a touchdown spread at home just feels insane. This was this one was borderline for us.
Yeah.
This was a little frisky. We were looking at a couple different matchups, and this one was kind of on the fringe of being one of our 5 favorites of Sunday. it's got the Panthers and Bryce Young plus the 7 at home. The way this team is buzzing, the way this team is moving right now, there's something in the air. There's $1 million incentive for Rico Dowdle for 70 yards from scrimmage. Also for him to score a touchdown, he gets another bag.
Yeah.
This Seahawks team, I don't know. It's a Sam Darnold revenge game, but I love this Panthers defense right now, and their secondary is swarming.
I'm going against Njigba in this game, who I feel like a lot of people in fantasy football finals are probably going against. And I'm scared.
Yeah, he'll probably score.
Stay at the end.
It's just a matter of, not scoring.
Give me 15, 18. Don't give me 20, 30. You know what I mean?
Who else are you going against? Maybe we do maybe we can try to tail.
No, but I'd almost rather want to bet on the guys I'm going against.
That's what I'm saying. Tail.
Yeah, as a hedge. I'm going against Trevor Lawrence, ETN, and Jigba. So he's got George Kittle, but then I picked up Tonjes to block him because Kittle plays Sunday night. So he's got to make a decision before. He actually texted me yesterday. He was like, I went to pick up Tonjes, and I saw you got him. I've been in the weeds, dude. I picked up Kyle Juszczyk too, so I have a glue guy on the bench if anything goes south. Keep the boys in motion.
So ETN, JSN,
ETN, Trevor Lawrence, and Jigba. It's going to be a battle. I'm projected to win by 1. He had Amon-Ra and James Pickens, both who had some lukewarm performances.
George.
He's got Tony Pollard, so I don't know. He's got Achane too. I mean, his team's very good. But I have Bijan, Chase, McBride, and Jonathan Taylor.
So maybe we do an Achane
and Jigba,
ETN, Kittle, 4-leg touchdown parlay.
Yeah.
The tail hedge fantasy championship.
It's a $500 buy-in, so I got like $4,000 on the line.
That's frisky.
Come on, fight, boys.
Yeah, that's going to be one hell of a matchup everyone's going to be watching. Give us the Panthers plus 7. Are they really just going to get blown out by double digits, coming off such a massive win at home against the Bucks? Now they're going to welcome the Seahawks coming across the country who didn't play since last Thursday. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Also, that's a sleazy time for a West Coast team too.
Yeah, I mean, Carolina, they've gotten big wins against good teams in big games where they weren't expected to win. Like 7 points just feels like too many. I feel like Bryce Young, and this is kind of when he's at his best. Both teams have everything to play for. Home game, 7 points. Give me a moment.
Game's at 10 a.m. for the Seahawks.
Yeah, they're going to be sleepy.
All right. The game of the day, probably going to be my biggest bet of the weekend, just based off the fact that it's for the scenes, It's not because of how confident I am in the game.
Go wrong?
It's just because you got to ride or die here. You got to ride or die. We have the Philadelphia Eagles taking a trip to Buffalo to play the Bills. And these are the exact moments, these are the exact games where a lot of people are just jumping in bed, closing their eyes, and taking the Buffalo Bills on a short little favorite at home against the Philadelphia Eagles, because why wouldn't you? As of late, against all the good teams, the Philadelphia Eagles have blown it, and against the bad teams, they've looked great. And we're now in Buffalo. Is this the final home game at Highmark Field? It might be. Is this the final game?
Well, they're going to have a playoff. They might not have a playoff game. Yeah, maybe it is.
Who do the Bills play Week 18? I really hope
they play. No, they're home against the Jets. Wow, what a way to end it. Home Jets.
Thank God. Thank God. If this was the final game at Highmark Stadium, actually, I'd kind of like that more, because then really everyone would be betting on the Bills, because why would they?
But they are. Vegas needs the Eagles in this game. That's what I've been seeing tweets about all morning.
Yeah. Look, we're taking the better defense and the team who can really get the ground game going. I feel like in these games, this is where the Eagles, come back to life and come back to earth. It's now or never. You win this game, it's okay. Now the game's back on. You lose this game, the season, we're never going to beat a good team. We're not going to make a run in the playoffs. But if you can show some life here, if the defense can, we're getting the best unit on the field is the Eagles defense in this game going against the Buffalo Bills offense. If we can get things going against this Bills defense with Saquon and, spreading it out, need Devontae Smith to have an absolute game. He was quiet last week. I think he's going to come alive in this game. There's just something about it that just you feel it in the plums.
Yeah, I also kind of like that. Like it's not a very important game for the Eagles in the standings. Like it's almost just like an important game for psyche and to get the ball rolling in the right motion. So the pressure isn't necessarily on, but they still obviously have a lot to prove and play for. And I've said it all year. Like when you get to take a team who's better team, maybe split, and Vegas needs them, you got to get in bed every time.
I mean, again, like the cat's out of the bag. It's no secret. And able to win this game for the Bills, Josh Allen's going to have to be, Superman. Yeah. And if we can just limit that and get pressure on him, as this Eagles defense, that is their specialty. We saw it against Herbert. We've seen it time and time again on these big road games. If the offense just doesn't shit down their leg completely, this should be Eagles 1,000%, and they're so due to have one good win. Give us one good win. So give us the Eagles on the money line. Give us the
all right. Last game, Sunday Night Football. The Big Bad Bears going to San Francisco to play the Niners.
I'm worried about this one, but I'll tip my cap if they end up fucking us.
Yeah. I just feel like it's time. It's time for a Bears letdown. They had 12 completions and 58 minutes of the game. They look like shit. And now I'm like,
no.
Look how great their coach is. And I'm like, they got an onside kick. If Romeo Doubs lays on that ball, their offense got blind.
You scare me because your vision and hatred towards this.
But this is not. I want to be very clear, and nobody's gonna believe me. I do not have hatred for the Bears. Like my whole life, the Bears have been our stepping stool, us being the Packers. But like the game we played against them, it's just feed me Chicago.
I know. Well, you've never had to worry about the Bears, like you just said. Now that they have a little bit of life, there's a little bit different of a tone in your voice when talking about the Chicago team.
No. There's no one in the league. Like there's no playoff team I'd rather play than the Chicago Bears. Like
I agree. I agree because, at some point, all these ticky-tack, last-second life support wins, they even out in the NFL. And they've been living on a prayer. The fucking cardiac Chicago Bears have been skinning out by the hairs on their ass cheeks week in and week out, even from the Minnesota game, playing the Vikings in Minnesota, all the way to this week, this past week against the Packers. Like there's been a lot of comeback glory. This one just scares me because the Bears defense, or their offense did not play well last week, and they had to go against the Packers at home. And now they're going against the Niners, where I'm sure their offense will look a little bit better, especially, coming off that game. We saw what Phillip Rivers was able to sling the rock a little bit against the Niners. And now the Bears are stepping in there against San Fran. But again, at some point there has to be a letdown spot. If the Bears win this one, they might as well just hand them the trophy. And they
also, I will say, Caleb Williams is my QB1 in fantasy on Sunday. So, come on, dude. One time.
Bittersweet. I mean, the game pick we're going to rock with is the Niners -3.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Niners also just I'm honestly surprised this line isn't 4.5. Like the Niners look like the Niners again. Like they look like a well-oiled machine.
But wouldn't this usually be the spot where the Niners haven't punted in a month and they've won all these games? They've been blowing out all these teams. Brock Purdy looked like Joe Montana last week.
Or are they just starting to finally find their rhythm and finally have guys healthy? And now
that's what they're saying. I know. Well, that's what everyone is saying. Yeah. And then on the other side, you have the Bears coming in. It's only a 3-point spread. They're coming off a miracle win. It just worries me a little bit that Chicago could come in there and just look like an absolute,
You know what else I love is all this Caleb Williams. Like, no one ever believed in me. I've been doubted my whole life. It's like you were the top recruit ever, and you were the #1 overall pick. So
yeah, you're the first pick.
Someone believed in you.
All right. Well, give us the Niners -3. We will tip our cap if it ends up being the Bears. I'm worried about the Bears, but hey, it's Sunday night. We have to have a pick. And
Man, if Caleb Williams wants to score 5 touchdowns, hey, please bring him home.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the 6-legger.
All right. Well, it's time for the tradition like none other. Loop 6 legs plus 1,100. We're here. The show must go on. Home for the holidays, but it's 6 legs. It's plus 1,100.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most absurd, obscene Week 17 parlay we've ever seen. Leg number 1 is the Arizona Cardinals plus 10.5. These are going to be all alternate spreads.
Yep. Even if Brissett wants to get down 21-0, I'm not going to bat an eyelash. There's no one better when all the chips are against him.
So leg number 1, give us the Cardinals plus 10.5. You're going to have to get the pen and paper out and bear with us because this
lock in, boys.
This parlay is all around the town stairs. Leg number 2, we're going to take it at -4.5. The New England Patriots.
A lot of guys not playing. I'm still not worried. This should be a buzzsaw,
I mean, we can't beat the Jets by 5.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Confident. Still confident so far. 2 for 2.
The Pats still need – couldn't they win out and the Broncos lose one?
Yeah.
And get the 1 seed?
Yeah.
I mean, or did the
Broncos also
hold the tiebreaker?
They haven't locked the division up yet.
True, because of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Well, then there you go.
There you go.
Pats -4.5. All right, next on the board, give us the Philadelphia Eagles at plus 4.5.
I think next we have the Browns. We do. I switched up the order on you. So I got to do this. This is my show now. All right, partner.
All right, perfect.
All right, leg number 3, the Browns 4.5. Sleazy one, dude, right in the middle. If this one comes home, you start to feel good about the rest.
I mean, I feel good about all these alt spreads. 10.5s and 4.5s.
Yep. All right, leg number 4. What do we got? Oh, double digits again. Panthers 10.5 home against Seattle. We already told you why we liked it. Just give us a couple more on the 6-legger.
Leg number 5, it has to be it.
Yeah, leg number 5. Spoiler. Oh, I almost just went to 6.
Leg number 5, Eagles plus 4.5.
Hey, if it comes down to the wire, this number should get you home. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would feel outside of the Panthers, I would like all these teams on the money line. I mean, Cardinals could win. Patriots are going to win.
Get good odds on that.
Browns could win. Panthers plus the 7 or, plus the 10.5, I'll definitely take. And the Eagles plus 4.5, I think they win.
Leg number 6.
Seat at the table.
Seat at the table.
In San Fran. Niners on the money line.
Come on.
Come on, dude.
I feel like people are going to bitch about this one.
I mean, maybe this is just the hold the phone 6-leg parlay plus 1,100 and then the one that we give out for the Sunday slate. Maybe this is our secret one, is all money lines.
I only care about the hold the phone one. These are my people. This is the show.
Correct.
Fuck off.
Correct. So this is the 6-leg parlay that we end up giving out might just be all money lines. But for this one, this is the teams that we feel most confident in and feel the most in bed with. I mean, Loop, when you look at this Sunday slate and you try to find 6 legs for NFL Week 17, it is not easy to come by.
There's not a lot of favorites that I like. Like the Bucks are scary. The Bengals are scary.
I mean, you want to take this. You want to take the Giants against the Raiders.
Scary. Giants, Raiders, no.
You want to get in bed with the Saints, Titans? No. The Jags and Colts. I mean, the Jags are now down to -5.5. How did they not win that game? I'm scared by 60 because the Colts defense couldn't stop a nosebleed last week, and now they're going against the best offense in the league. I don't know.
What scares me about my fantasy football matchup.
Maybe it is the Colts. Maybe that's good, dude. Because the fact that spread, how's that spread not 10.5?
And that number's not that high. I feel like the over/under's not as high as I thought it would be.
It's 48.
You know who I do have? Cam Little, secret weapon.
There you go. So give us right here on Hold the Phone plus 1,100, the Cardinals plus 10.5. The Patriots minus 4.5. The Browns plus 4.5. The Panthers plus 10.5. The Eagles plus 4.5. And a seat at the table with the Niners on the money line. 6 legs, 5 of them all at spread, 10.5, 4.5. Niners on the money line to close out the night. Now for the most important part of the show, our $500 touchdown score.
We talked about him a little. Teaser alert.
Teaser alert. Statistically going against the worst tight end defense in National Football League history. Cat's out of the bag. Give us Trey McBride for our $500 touchdown score for NFL week number 17. And I mean, Luke,
I don't like that I'm in bed with him in fantasy now, and he's the $500 touchdown scorer because now the pressure's on. You know what I mean?
There is no pressure, dude. This is as lock as it comes.
He did come out and say he's hungry. You know what I mean? And he's got 2 moms, which you gotta love. People don't know that. Trey McBride, 2 moms. He's got that 2 mom energy, dual mom energy. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you take Jamar Chase and you take Trey McBride, right? And then in the Eagles game, or no, go to Panthers, you take Rico Dowdle and JSN.
Fine.
And then you go to Eagles Bills. And you take Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts, and that's plus 5,800.
Yeah.
3 games, 3 biggest, 3 games, 3 big games, 6 gentlemen. Cardinals-Bengals, no, but
to me it's big.
Yeah. Jamar Chase tutty, Trey McBride tutty, JSN tutty, Rico Dowdle tutty, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts tutty. I mean, that feels like really good.
Yeah.
Plus 6,000.
Yeah. Seat at the table.
Seat at the table. All right, fellas. We gave the game picks. We gave a 6-leg parlay. We'll go back to our regular scheduled programming after the holiday with big college football week ahead. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Just stay tuned. Yep, stay tuned to all the socials for all the extra plays. Luke, any last messages for the people?
No. I mean, it's a hell of a sports weekend. You got bowl games coming out your ass. You got NFL. Then the playoffs are going to come. Then the NFL playoffs are going to come. It's a hell of a time of year. Have a good New Year's Eve. Don't go too crazy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That's a lot, too. So,
Leave the door open.
We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we'll see you on the other side.